as a young Mexican-American woman who is living a life that constantly is pushed towards the shadows by unfair legislation and stereotypic myths directed towards the Latino community. However, today I am here to denounce those myths and shed light on the injustice we live through every day. My story is a prime example of what Mexican-American families live through every day. It was the day before my high school graduation. My mother and I were setting up our backyard for the celebration party. 2 police officers came to our door around 5:30 in the afternoon. They told me that my mother had a warrant for her arrest. They said that she did not pay a taillight ticket and they had to arrest her. I asked for the warrant and they said that they didn't need one. They told me that if my mother's name was said over the radio, that was enough to take her in. My heart raced and my life was flashing before me. My mother's heartbroken face was all I could see. We both knew that we paid the ticket, we just didn't have a receipt. She told me not to cry, to be strong, and to take the money that we saved up for my party to bail her out. I immediately followed the patrol car to the station. That car with my mother's face behind it never left my sight. I ran inside the police station and told them that I needed to bail her out. She just came in and may or may not be in the system. Not only was she already in the system, but she had an ICE hold, and I couldn't bail her out. She was going to be deported, and there was nothing I could do. I fell to the ground in tears because my life was completely destroyed. I didn't sleep that night, and the next day at graduation, I couldn't stop crying. My friends would tell me not to cry, that this was just the beginning. But little did anybody know that I was crying because my mother was stolen from me, and I didn't know if I was going to get her back. I lived to make my mother proud, and on one of the most important days in my life, she wasn't able to share those memories. My mother was detained for 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks were the worst days of my life. The only things going through my head were 2 questions. Would I ever see my mom again? And would I have to give up my dream of going to college to work full-time and support my 3 siblings? Fortunately, we found an immigration lawyer that helped us. Because my mother didn't have a criminal history, and she was a sole provider for 4 U.S. citizen children, she was released. My family will forever be in debt to that lawyer. He took the case pro bono and saved my mother's life. That experience was very life-changing. It was very devastating to my family, but it also enlightened me with the understanding towards my future calling. I never want anyone to go through the same nightmares I did. That is why I want to become an immigration attorney. I landed my current dream job this past February as a paralegal to a much respected immigration attorney in Spanish Fort. I joined ACIJ to help fight for our families. I also joined the Latin American Student Association at South to help inform the student body